It's the year 2029, and the earth has been ravaged by climate change, pollution, and only individuals that have been somewhat modified biologically, genetically, mechanically can derive enough energy from the food in order to survive. And only individuals that have been modified can breathe the air and survive and continue to work to support the economy and to just support the system. And so this subway leads individuals, volunteers, prisoners, whomever, back into the city to work. And in order to survive, they need to be modified, as I said. And so one of the ways that they're being modified is they're being provided with a pill upon departure. They're provided with a pill that they swallow, be digested, dissolved in the digestive tract, and a tiny microchip inside that pill is released and then attaches, adhered, or burrows into the intestinal wall. All right. And that enables the individual to derive more energy and proper nutrients somehow from a very low quality diet. And so what I'm going to model now is simply a pill and maybe a pill bottle and a little microchip. And those are going to sit on the table. And I guess when the individual comes over for their turn and they sit down, and if they're approved and they get that stamp of approval, they receive a pill, perhaps something else, we'll talk about that later, and they will take that pill, that microchip will implant, they will then go over and pick up their luggage, their suitcase, and we'll talk about that later, and they will board the subway and head out into the city, let's say. Because a pill and a microchip are so small and wouldn't really be seen on the table, I think what I'm going to do is also build a larger scale model that would sit on the desk, and this individual here would be able to display the model to the person, to the recipient, so that they could see what they were getting, and so that we can see what we're talking about. Okay, so that's my plan now. The subway scene is morphing all the time. Leads into a whole bunch of other props that I could be doing as well. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I got my 3D cursor right there, and I'm going to go Shift-A, Mesh, Cube. I think I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to go Shift-H and just focus on that cube. Actually, let's go Alt-H and bring that back for a moment and just get a sense of how big that cube is going to be. Let's scale that down a little bit at first and just start with something like that size or something. Okay, Shift-H. And bring everything right there. Focus on that. Okay, I'm going to go Control-2 and Shade Smooth. Actually, I'm probably going to go to... Yeah, no, I'm going to leave it at that. No, I'm probably going to go to 3. Am I going to go to 3? Let's go to 3, and I'm going to apply that. I'm going to look from the front, and I think I'm okay just to cut this in half right there. Let's go ahead and do that. Yep, okay. In edge selection, I'm going to grab that edge, E, and I'm going to pull it out a bit. Let's have a look at that. So that's the beginning of my pill. I think I will end up giving it some thickness. And I'm just going to leave the defaults and accept that. I'm going to throw in an edge loop here and here. Do I need anything on the inside? I'm hoping not. Okay, so I've got that. Let's try Shift-D, rotate Z 180. I'll just make the other side. And maybe I do need edge loops. I'm just gonna hit S and globally scale it down just a small amount. And see if it kind of, yeah, it would kind of go like that. Okay, so we would have those pieces. And I'll just bring the 3D cursor in between them. And then the microchip, which I may need to make larger, we'll see. It would fit in here, however, but for the model, I'm going to push it out here. Just very simple. It's going to be like this, and this is going to have a bevel on it. 0.01 might, yeah, okay, because it's so small right now, okay. And let me grab this piece here, Shift D, and pull this out, scale this in the Y. I'll tell you what I'm thinking. Push that in like this, and then an edge selection, grab this. I better, for now, break that out. Grab this and extrude it down. And then I'm going to add solidify with even thickness. Let's hide the bevel for now. Let's shade flags for now. Yeah, that's fine like that. Okay, I'll put those back on. Let's just go ahead and apply that. And I'll add as well weighted normal and auto smooth. Let's just look at this. We can get rid of that. That's how it's going to grip to the intestinal wall or whatever. Okay, so I have one of those there, and then we will array this in the Y. All right, with 3 there. Let's send the cursor there and set the origin of the 3D cursor and mirror this stuff over. This is going to be really simple, okay? I'm going to select this, Shift D, scale this in the Y. And we'll have that. Let's delete that face. Select the whole thing. Rotate X 180. I'll scale this into Z so that this fits in here like that. Just to give a little bit more detail. And I'll copy this, Control L, Shift D. I'm going to copy it down here. Let's look from the top. And I'm going to scale this in the X. And we'll just have a couple of these things. Looks a bit like a face, maybe it's supposed to. And maybe it's not thick enough. In the middle here, we're going to have like a resistor of sorts. Let's make this 10 even, and nothing. Let's scale it. And what I'm thinking is, let's take both of these and individual origins and E and S, come in like that, and then we'll come back to those faces there, or edges, and control B. I may need to come in some more. Let's just go S, and then take those and control B. I think that's enough segments even. I'll just put one more. Do that. You know, from the size, it's going to be big enough. Let's get rid of that. Okay. Bring the cursor there. In fact, I could take this shifty, I could bring it out, I could break it out, go in vertex and merge it center and get the point that I want, which is that E to extrude, come out and go down. And let's try shift control B with about 5 points, and let's convert to curve. And in the curves, let's switch the resolution preview to 2 and the actual resolution to 2, and then bring up the depth. Let's set this as the thing I want to mirror around. So do this, and then I'll mirror around that. Resistance is futile. Gotta have a resistor on there. I mean, you know, that's kind of it. I just don't know if this thing is thick enough. You know, those are offset now, but okay. Well, and they may be a little bit wimpy, and maybe they need to come in. But that's the general idea for that's the microchip right there. All right, and that would fit inside the pill. And when the pill, you know, dissolves, this will attach to the system and do its job. You can do a lot of cool detail, but it's just gonna be too small. So I'm gonna call this microchip. See, I missed that. Okay, so microchip. Let's first of all see if what can I do here. I might just apply all this stuff. I'm going to convert those curves to a mesh. It's not too much good. Let's see. There. No, not yet. There's my microchip. All right, all one thing. Will you fit? And yeah, it fits. Okay, cool. In fact, I might make it a little bit bigger too. Okay. All right. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to copy these And I'm going to move to collection, and I'm going to create a new collection. I'm going to call this pill. And this one is going to be, I'm going to just make it real small. Pretty small. Yeah, okay. Possibly smaller. Maybe not too small. Maybe a large pill that they have to take. It's a hard pill to swallow. And I'll take it again. Let's just do this. Take it again. And just let's break this one apart. Let's rotate this into Z a bit. And this okay, you see that's very tiny. And then I would use this to make a model. This is what I'm going to do. Those might be a little bit too big, those pills. We'll deal with that in a second. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking of doing. I'm going to take all this, and I'll bring the 3D cursor there. I'm just going to make it simply. Oh, that's not what I wanted, but that's fine. Bevel this just with one. And then we'll work on sizes and everything. Think about the bottom face later. Okay, I'm going to bring in a cylinder, and 10 is great. Pretty thin, but not so thin you can't see the thing. Okay, so that's central. Okay. And I'm going to come in here and grab this edge if I can. Pull it down to a reasonable position. So that's central, so I'm going to move these to there about central, but I'm going to rotate this in the Z. going to take that and I'm going to ray this in the X. And pull this until that's pretty much at the center. And then I'm going to put 3 there. Rotate that in Z as well. And look down from the top and wireframe. And just position this sort of center line here over that. And I can do the same thing with this. And I can see the base of my stand and just try to imagine that it would fit there. And look kind of, symmetrical or whatever. I'll think about a connection so that stuff doesn't show in a second. However, what I want to do with this guy is I want to rotate this in the X. I want it to display like that kind of. Now, let's see if you will simply fit or not. Let's move you. Actually, I can't see your post. Oh, your post is there. Yeah, so I'm going to make that post higher. That's right. Yeah, okay, let's see. I'm going to go ahead and apply that array and come in. Take his post and bring it up. And let's see. That's probably okay anyhow like that. Okay, so figure around with these until they exactly fit. Yeah, I probably will. So let's grab this edge. All right, enough of you. That edge and that edge. And let's see if we can get this to attach but not come through. That one worked. You didn't though. And I'm going to scale this down. Let's move it over here for now. Oh. Maybe I will delete that bottom face right away. So much like a face. I didn't intend it to be that way. I could curve that, but at least you could see what the deal is here. You could explain. You're going to be ingesting this pill. It's going to release this little thing, and etc. etc. You put a little plaque there if you want. One other thing I think we should do, though, I think I'll do is a pill bottle. I'm not sure. I might be close to this guy. I might have some pills over here. Just for the moment, I'll bring it in here. I'm actually going to use. I don't know. I should make this really simple. I should. Well, and I might make those pills smaller as well. grab one of these, Shift D, P, scale it in a bit, and just come down. Come in and grid fill whatever it wants to do. Well, a vial could hold, you know, just 1 or 2 pills. It could be one per customer. Well, that's what we've got so far in this. And I like to do it this way, and I can see right off the bat that as I look at this, this is looking funny to me. It looks funny. Okay, the coloration. So I'm gonna Alt N, recalculate outside, flips those polys. Okay, that's very small, but that's the way life goes. That's why we have this model. And I can see this. I usually will go around and touch these things up anyhow. Okay, so that's my scene so far, and I'm liking the direction that it's headed. We definitely need that luggage and maybe a few more items, and then the subway car. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you're enjoying the series. Let me know. We'll see you soon.